reality of my world and the budget stuff here. So.
Thank you.
So I have a question to like Leah or Kevin or Wayne who's in the SNA committee. So is the approval of the budget by the executive board time sensitive? How time sensitive is it?
Approval by the
Yeah, so this budget has to be approved by the executive board for the SNAP committee too.
By next Tuesday, by next Tuesday's meeting.
By next Tuesday's meeting. So this is the meeting just before that. So
The next time the SNAP committee will meet will be a week from today.
So we could ask Lisa to come back to our Tuesday meeting with an updated budget, or with answering Wayne's question, or we could approve anything right now. But I guess we are more like waiting for Lisa to come back at our Tuesday meeting. Kevin, are you the chair? Do you have room for Lisa?
I will.
I know
Is
it's
that another evening one?
Yeah. No, it's from 3:30. It's not confirmed yet, but we'll discuss it later.
We're shooting
Ballpark of my calendar.
We're shooting from between 3 and 3:30 to 5 to 5:30 on Tuesday right now.
Before Lisa leaves, are there any further questions? No? So if you have any other questions, email her as soon as possible, because she's gonna come back to us on Tuesday with the answer to our questions. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, so we had our first new business of the spring quarter, and then now we have a addition of members to the assistant hiring committee. So Andrew or Leah, if you want to talk about it.
I can talk about it. So Andrew requested that I appoint more members to the hiring committee, and he chose some other people from Cecil office because he felt that bringing on more people would be able to better meet the diverse needs of the committee in assessing potential candidates. So at this time, I would like to appoint Kevin Monsanto, Porsche Meni Chemsai, and Nana Asia to the assistant hiring committee.
Okay, thank you. Leah, Laura, do you have questions?
Who was the last person again?
Nana.
Oh.
Nana, yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if there was.
Yeah, I still don't know. Okay, so we have Nana, Porsche, and Kevin.
Are there any like
Second.
questions or no? This doesn't need a second.
Thank you.
Questions or objections or anything? Okay, thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Chair.
So Porsche, Nana, Kevin, Monsanto, Brandon, Andrew, and Scott are in the committee for the assistant hiring. Okay, thank you. And
The
then
large committee.
yes, it's a
It's a
large
mammoth.
committee. Yeah, 6 people. So we have Kevin Mabel.
Hey?
Yes. You.
Oh, next
Yeah.
agenda, okay.
He's gonna update us on the SNAP budget for the next year.
Not just as any fee, all the fees.
All the fees.
Yeah, so Andrew already gave you this form, paper. Please refer to this. Yeah, I just highlight the important points here. Our revenue for this year is down by 14% compared to last year. Last year on the SNAP we have 1,648,000, while this year our revenue for this year to fund for next year's program we only have 1,415,000. That's 14% less, and SNAP has some problem trying to cut some of the programs, like cut off the object line. That's also the contribution from Running Start. Still in the first page. Last year the contribution from the Running Start was 84,897, while this year we only have 41,936. Contribution from international students still stays the same. Alright, let's
So
go
did
to
it-
yeah.
So why did the Running Start contribution decrease?
That's not something that I can control. Should be because the decrease in enrollment of Running Start students. Yeah. And then next page, student assessment fee and bus pass fee. That should be separated by Marian Bannon, make it together. As you can see, the projection for next year, we are in the deficit 148,822. Yesterday I talked to Captain Nicky about this, about the deficit. If you see the contribution from bus pass fee, the $15 bus pass fee, only give us 119,000 in total. If you remember, there is a cap in the bus pass fee that's $30. That's already set by the community transit. Just imagine if we increase the bus pass fee from 15 to 30, that's just gonna bring us more, 119,000 more. So that's still not gonna cover the deficit. But I just heard from Wayne that the contract might be not as high as 986. He said it's around 910.
So, yeah, let me just describe a difference in the calculation between this chair and really what happened. So when these projections were made in 986, that was based on the previous year's bus contract. What happened is we saw a reduction in the bus contract. It went down to just over, a little over 900,000. Because we get that presentation April, May, right around that time, and so it was too late for Marion to recalculate. So really, will it go up this year? It might. Will it stay the same? It could, but we're about $902 or $3,000 for what we're paying for current bus contract this year. And Kevin's arranging a meeting with Community Transit for them to come and present.
Max, Kevin will be available after the meetings get canceled. Kevin, yeah. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, so with my meeting yesterday with Kevin Mickey, I talked about this too. He said that if we want to do any changes with this fee, or with the bus pass fee or the student assessment fee, we might not be able to do it this year. He said that this is indeed a 2 years process. So either this year, you're gonna plan everything ahead, and next year, they're gonna be the one that execute the plan. That's what his proposal. So maybe if you want to increase the bus pass fee to 30, or increase the student assessment fee, or even radical changes like taking down the contract, you might not be able to do it this year. It's a 2 years process. If you want to talk about this again, I'll set up a meeting, new agenda. Let's go to the technology fee. Okay, so last year technology fee was 456,000. So there's like a 50,000 decrease in technology fee. I think Captain Morsato is more informative for this. Student center maintenance and operation fee. Oh, we see another deficit.
Let's get this out.
Gary, can you tell me again, how much is it for the technology?
$2.40 credit.
What it?
Technology fees?
Technology fees. Oh, yeah. Technology fees this year is 620,000. That's the bold one. The one in the bold, right? Sorry. And then last year was 681,000. Yeah. So that's like 60,000 decrease. And for student center maintenance and operation fee, so this is like to pay for the custodian or something like that, right?
It's the cost to maintain and operate this building.
This building, yeah.
Custodial power, sewer, water, all that stuff. Repairs.
No significant decrease, but still a decrease. Last year was 92,000, but this year's only 84,000 and 300. Fees for athletic turf. Projected revenue for this year is 445,000, while last year was 400,000 and 400,000. Yeah. So that's like a 45,000 decrease. Is there any questions about this piece? I know it's confusing.
So can I add one thing, Chair, to the athletic field fee? It was supposed to be paid off this year, but because of low enrollment, the revenue projection didn't make that happen. So currently, the field, it says balance needed to pay off athletic turf project loan is 20,000. So we need to have that through summer and maybe part of fall. And then once that is done, the fee will come off automatically, because in that original motion, the fee ends when the field is paid for, the loan is paid for.
So,
Which is projected to be summer or fall.
Kevin, so going back to the student assessment fees. Yes.
Yeah.
So Kevin was proposing if they were proposing. Could you explain what they?
No. He just said that if we want to do any changes, we cannot do it this year. Any changes. So we have to plan what we want to do this year, but we gonna execute it. The next executive board might need to execute it for next year.
Yes, explain.
So, Chair, if I may, this came up last year, and the executive board dealt with this issue about looking at different options for the bus pass program, cut it out, change it to a limited amount of users, allocating a certain amount only, and it came to the board, and it didn't go anywhere because last year we had a reduction, or this year we had a reduction in the fee of about $80,000. What Kevin's talking about is you can raise the fee, but you can't cut the program without sufficient time having been given to get it out of the marketing materials and other recruiting pieces, especially for international students that right now ISS has recruited, saying we have free bus pass. So that's what he's talking about, is if there's gonna be a major change in the structure, it needs that phase in time so that they're not recruiting and saying one thing and really they're not delivering, or we're not delivering. So that's what he's talking about.
Next, I'll give you open for after new business is done, so please save your questions until then. Are there any other questions from the board? No? Okay. Then Kevin, please schedule a meeting update for the student assessment fee later. And then, so we'll move on to the next new business, the priority registration for honors program students. So there is a document that's given to you that looks like, where is it? So it says priority, that's this one. Registration for honors program students.
what does that look like?
They didn't have one.
It looks like an email. So
I should have got
Oh, right,
Okay.
thank you, I got it.
So I was trying to propose to the director of the honors program before this meeting, just personally, to request the honors program students to have priority registration benefits, because a lot of universities and colleges do give priority registration for students enrolled in the honors program to encourage them to in their academic success. But our college does not have that system, and also this is like some of the email contents are pretty personal, but so the honors program does not give much benefit to the student other than just having the honors recognition in the transcript. So I was trying to propose to the director of the honors program and the enrollment services if we can have the honor students have priority registration access. So yes, Sandra?
Are you aware of what other segments of students have the right to priority registration?
So some examples are TRIO students, Running Start students, SSD students, veterans. Yeah, they're in a priority registration. Are there any other questions? Yes, Laura?
So you mean students in the honors program, you mean students who have ever